start recording right here. What's going on, beautiful people? This is yours truly, Versace. Welcome to the One Hour Real Talk Show. Today, I got another crazy reaction chat. Yes, we have another reaction chat. We're going to talk about the Somalians and everything that's going on in Minnesota. And if you notice, right, ain't none of these police officers black Americans, meaning African Americans. They're all from Ethiopia. Every single police officer that I've been seeing for the past month on television are guys that were immigrants that became police officers in Minnesota, right? And then this guy says something a couple weeks ago, and I guess his boss, the mayor, said, "Bro, if you don't fix this, you're fired." And I think now we understand why Minnesota's government officials are going so hard on Donald Trump and the Republican Party, because they didn't want Trump in the Republican Party to start investigating Minnesota. And it's not only Minnesota. This is such an embarrassing thing in America that we have legal pirates scamming the American government, meanwhile working in government. Make that make sense to me. And then there's a video that I'm going to put of this beautiful black American lady saying the truth. And like they say, man, the truth hurts. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, we're not here to bully or harass anyone. Every video I upload is for educational purpose only. That's it. YouTube, I'm looking at you directly at you guys. I'm not bullying or harassing anyone. I'm a journalist. I investigate and I put it on YouTube for educational purpose. That's why we come to your platform, to learn, listen to stories. Why? Because we're learning. Now, watch this, chat. This is, watch this. Let's go back to this. Shout out to my brother right here.
Speaking Somali. As always, like the video and subscribe to the channel, but let's start by hearing from Donald Trump, and that'll give us proper context for the rest of the video.
Their country stinks, and we don't want them in our country. I can say that about other countries, too. I can say it about other countries, too. We don't want them to hell. We have to rebuild our country. You know, our country's at a tipping point.
Yep,
we could go bad. We're at a tipping point. I don't know if people mind me saying that, but I'm saying it. We could go one way or the other, and we're going to go the wrong.
So let me put this out there. And I apologize, my face looks blurry. It's the lights outside. I cannot control that out there, chat. I have the green screen. I have the right proper lights. The thing is that where I have my room at, I am on top of a business, so they have lights outside. So when their light starts coming into the room, when it changes colors, I start getting blurry. I apologize for this. But going back to what Trump just said, a lot of you guys are stuck on celebrity gossip, left versus right, the Charlie Kirk thing, and this and that, and Epstein, and all this weird stuff. But Donald Trump just says something that nobody's talking about. From the most famous streamer to the lowest streamer, to a person that just started. Donald Trump just broke a national security thing on national TV. He just said it. Bro, our country's in the boiling point. And it is. I've been feeling like this for the past 6 years. I've been preparing and telling people I love, guys, something big is coming. I feel it. I feel it. There's too much distraction going on. Too much. And I've been telling everybody, get close to God. I've been slacking on that too, guys. So I admit to that. I'll be the first one to admit. I'm always telling people what to do, but I hardly do what I be saying. And when it comes to that part with God, I do got to pray more. I do got to get in my knees. I do got to help wifey too at the church. Like, I recognize all that. I have to start doing that. Because, and it's not like, oh, I'm taking the sucker way out. Oh, because the world's ending. You trying to look for God now. Nah. Because the world's not ending, idiots. Is that America is about to be finished. America is not going to be the number one powerhouse in the world. We have to start fixing everything inside. Donald Trump ran to shut down the border. Day one, shutting down the border. I'm putting up the walls. Canada, Mexico. I don't care how much it costs. We need to put this shit up. We need to put this shit up. We spent trillions of dollars on stupid transgender shit. We need to put the walls. That's number one. Number two. So everybody in America could be a little calm and rested, right? I'm sending out to the low income people $5,000 twice. So you're gonna get 10 grand, right? And everybody's gonna be happy, right? To help you pay your bills, whatever, right? That's number two. Number three, I'm going after every person that came in through this country under Kamala Harris and Joe Biden's grouping. And we're going to have to get them out. We have to get them out. We're being overrun. We're being overpopulated, right? And this is not being racist. This is just having common sense, right? That's number three. Number four, I got to start fixing the government. All these Congress leaders, all these weirdos that been in government for 30, 40, 50 years, you're out. You're out. I want new young bloods working. Left, right, I don't care who's in the table. Starting right now, right? I'll have a meeting with the higher ups from each government, right? And I'll shut everything down. Leave your cell phones, everything over there. Lock this room up. My security are going to surround all the exit, and I'm going to say it like this. I don't care if you don't like Republicans. I don't care if you don't like Democrats. I don't care who you like or don't like. But starting today, we're putting our size, our difference to the size. We got to fix this fucking country. We got to tighten up. We're getting played, robbed. People are dying. The American people are losing confidence on us. We're letting too many fucking people in, taking advantage. Right? And the first one that says something weird, I get them popped right there. Oh, yeah. Get them out the room. I'll do on, I swear to God, on everything I love. I'll be on some Saddam Hussein shit. You want to know why? Because if I let that person go, right, that person's already famous because it's in government, right? So he's going to go to your local news outlet and start bashing, and there goes the tit for tat with both sides again. So you know what I do? I clean them out the first day. You want to act stupid? Okay, you're gone. Boom, done. Who's next? We got to get this together. Because what I've been noticing, right, you can take this as a joke, guys. You can take it as a joke. You can say, oh, this guy is crazy. If this don't get fixed, all right, because it's not happening where you're at right now, right? I don't care if you live in central Alaska in the fucking middle of nowhere. I don't care if that's what you live. Trust me when I tell you, if shit was to hit the fan in America, the wrath and wave, you're going to feel it over there. And you know what's a shame, right? That people, and I hate saying these things, but it's the truth. I've been noticing, bro, a lot of people are just like low IQ. I don't belong to no political agenda. Okay? I really don't. The only reason I picked Trump and told my followers as a streamer to go for Trump instead of Kamala, because we didn't have nobody else. That's number one. And that's the honest truth. We had nobody else. We wasn't going to pick a fake black Jewish wannabe alcoholic weirdo. Like, if she was a strong female on some like real deal shit, we would have voted for her. But instead, we got Trump. But guess what? At least Trump is not like the other ones. I said this the other day. I said, yo, bro, Why they don't let Trump do his job? Let him do his job at least 1 month without bashing him, without violating him. Just let him do his job. Just let him do his job. Listen to this shit, guys. This is why I'm speaking the way I'm speaking.
If we keep taking in garbage into our country, Ilhan Omar is garbage. She's garbage. Her friends are garbage. These aren't people that work. These aren't people that say, let's go, come on, let's make this place great. These are people that do nothing but complain. They complain. And from where they came from, they got nothing. You know, they came from paradise, and they said, this isn't paradise. But when they come from hell, and they complain and do nothing but bitch, we don't want them in our country. Let them go back to where they came from and fix it.
Donald Trump is right. Immigration used to be used in a specific, rational, and logical way to benefit the United States. Of course, it makes sense to bring the smartest people from around the world into our country. And of course, it made sense during the late 19th and early 20th century to bring in immigrants from Europe. We just expanded to the Pacific Ocean and needed as many hands as possible to help us build this country. The immigrants from before left their country and never looked back. They came here and fully embraced becoming American. And history likes to romanticize that era of immigration to justify unlimited third world immigration today. But they omit very important facts. The overwhelming majority of immigrants during that time came from countries in Europe that were closely similar to ours culturally. And even though they were culturally similar, which made assimilation easier, there was still massive societal dysfunction. We passed an amendment to ban alcohol because the public consensus was Irish immigrants were a bunch of drunks that were ruining the country. The Italian immigrants brought the mafia with them. It wasn't all rainbows and sunshine like the pro-immigrant advocates claim it was. But immigration today is just a way to virtue signal and boast and display our unlimited capacity for compassion, inclusivity, and tolerance. The immigrants from before were expected to be productive, contributing, self-sufficient. There was no government welfare for them to have access to. The immigrants of today come from the most impoverished, culturally backward places, waving their flag, complaining and bashing America at every turn, and require government welfare the day they step into our country and then never get off of it. And that's why you have the mayor of Minneapolis apologizing to Somalis in their own language.
To our Somali community.
That's crazy.
Daman Shabka. Somali aid.
This dude is a mayor of the United States of America, meaning he's supposed to be with us. Okay? And it's not about apologizing, because you know, if you have to apologize like a grown person, then you apologize. But why you apologizing? For saying the truth? And it's funny, because when you see these white guys talking, all you have to do is look at the people behind him all the time. If it's not behind the cops, behind the governor or mayor, the Somalian people are looking at him like, yeah, that's right. You better, hey, look how we got you. Look.
Kunul. Minnesota, Garahan, Minneapolis, Waan, Kuji, Janila High.
And this motherfucker is talking in their language, bro. What an embarrassment, bro. What an embarrassment. It's a difference of you showing love to a country, right? Yo, shout out to them over there. Thank you guys so much, man. You know, with it. But to be like a wigger in the hood, it's a white dude trying to be a nigger. Real talk. Okay? That's what it's called, wigger. And he's trying to be a Nigeria. So what can I put him? Wineria?
Waan, Ku, Gereb, Taganhan.
So that was him at a press conference where he and a bunch of city officials responded to Donald Trump sending ICE into Minneapolis. But he doesn't stop there. He then does another press conference in the heart of the Somali neighborhood in Minneapolis and does the same thing, but even worse. Watch.
Yarub Farid, Jacob Fry, Dolka Magali.
And look at this. Another Somalian. And there's mass Somalians always around them. This dude, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should lose your job. Honestly, you should step down as the chief of police. You a coward. And you too, the mayor and governor. Because honestly, you guys are more racist than anything. Because look how you suckered ass apologizing, and now I'm down with them. Those are my peoples now. That's being racist, bro. You're a white racist person. You're fake. Like,
Minneapolis. Daman Shabka. Somali aid, Kunul, Minnesota, Garahan, Minneapolis. Waan, Ku, Jael, Nahai, Waan, Ku, Gereb, Taganhan. To our Somali people living here in Minneapolis and Minnesota, we love you. We stand with you. For decades now, you have made our city and our state a better place. We understand the great contributions that you have made to the state of Minnesota and the city of Minneapolis.
Yeah, the great contribution of scamming $1 billion of taxpayer money meant to help out children. The spinelessness is absolutely appalling. And shadowing him is his police chief, but we'll get into his clip a little bit later. It's just as bad. But let's talk about the mayor of Minneapolis for a second, Jacob Frey, and I'll explain his subservience to the Somali community. So Jacob Frey was running for mayor of Minneapolis against none other than Somali socialist Omar Fateh. Now, Omar Fateh was the presumptive winner of the mayoral race until Jacob Frey leveraged a clan war back in Somalia to split the Somali vote in Minneapolis. See, Omar Fateh and Ilhan Omar are part of one clan, and half the Somali community in Minneapolis is part of the other warring clan. So Jacob Frey used that division in the Somali community to siphon off voters from Omar Fateh and score a out-of-nowhere come-from-behind mayoral victory. Yes, the citizens of Minneapolis have given control of their local elections to Somali clan wars. And I'm sure you're asking yourself, how could the citizens of Minnesota allow this to happen? Well, we're gonna take a look at this picture right here because it explains everything. Here is a picture I found on X of a liberal man in Minneapolis bragging about helping Omar Fateh get elected mayor. And if pictures are worth 1,000 words, this one is worth 1,000,000. On the left, you have a self-hating white liberal male who is jubilated to virtue signal on the internet about how much he supports diversity. And on the right, you have Omar Fateh giving a fake, forced smile because he has to mask his hate and disgust for this man. Omar Fateh will gladly accept this self-hating white liberal's assistance in facilitating his own disenfranchisement. But Omar still sees the liberal as his enemy. Just because he's helping doesn't change the fact that Omar hates him just as much as he hates Americans who don't support Omar. But more than just despising him, Omar Fateh's face shows that he doesn't respect him. He's disgusted by him. He sees him as a weak, disloyal man who is a traitor to his people. He sees him as a traitor selling out his people and working with the enemy. And for all of their faults, Somalis are at least better than American leftists in that regard. Their country breeds nothing but corruption and violence. We gave them everything: a safe haven to come to, government welfare to help them get on their feet, warm, welcoming Midwestern Minnesotans who accepted their culture, tried to make them feel at home, and the Somalis still have an unwavering love and commitment for Somalia. Omar Fateh sees that man as a useful idiot and nothing more. And that liberal man, if you can even call him a man, is smiling from ear to ear as he brings about his own destruction. So long story short, a city full of those guys is how this all happened. But here's the police chief of Minneapolis, so ashamed that all of this is happening and reassuring the Somali community that they won't work with ICE.
People are afraid to go to church. They're afraid to go to worship. They're not spending money at a lot of our immigrant businesses in the city. And from a public safety perspective, the fear of people to call the police in a time of need is something that harms everyone. We don't need that. If people are able to prey on certain people in our community, to victimize them, to rob them, because they think those folks are less likely to call the police, that makes everyone in the city less safe. It does absolutely nothing for public safety. So I just need to be clear, as our mayor has stated, the Minneapolis Police Department does not work with federal law enforcement for the purpose of conducting immigration enforcement. We don't provide information to
What are you talking about? The federal... Bro, I don't know where you guys went to law school, bro. Like, you know, federal, like the FBI, those big fucking 3-letter agency can shut down your police station just like that with one phone call. Like, you guys know the president of the United States is the #1 dude. So the way they've been doing this, guys, that people don't understand this, is by stupidity like this. They're trying to break the government so people don't respect the chain of command no more. So it's like now every branch, everybody could do whatever they feel like. Like, wait, what?
federal immigration authorities. We don't ask people about their immigration status.
Like, this man was almost breaking down in tears. I promise you, we're not going to work with ICE. And at the end, he revealed the crux of the problem. They don't report immigration status in crimes. That's why it's so incredibly disingenuous when Democrats claim that illegal immigrants commit crime at a lower rate than Americans. Okay, so if the people from Somalia and the people from Venezuela and the people from Haiti and the people from Mexico all commit crimes at significantly lower rates than Americans, why are Somalia, Haiti, Venezuela, and Mexico more violent and crime-ridden than America? And then you have police chiefs like this guy saying they don't even indicate someone's immigration status. And you have states like California that are notorious for not reporting crime data to the FBI. There was a whole congressional hearing with mayors from New York, Chicago, Boston, and Denver, and they all repeatedly said they do not indicate immigration status when it comes to crimes. So they are systematically hiding the truth because the truth would blow up in their face. All of this chaos so pretentious liberals can pat themselves on the back and brag about how they're helping out the poorest in the world. All of this at the expense of the safety and social cohesion of actual American citizens. I mean, you have the mayor of Minneapolis giving public addresses in Somali because he knows he has to assimilate into their way of life or else they'll they'll just install one of their own. If an immigrant chooses to move here, become a citizen, and wants to participate in our civic process, the absolute least they can do is learn our language. But the last clip I'm gonna show you is an absolute banger. Here is the smug and airheaded Abby Phillips on CNN getting destroyed to her face on her own show for downplaying the massive Somali fraud in Minnesota as completely normal.
We're gonna try and do this ad right here. Oh, look, a Kuyu bag. That's pretty cool. What's even cooler.
So people who are white are defrauding folks, people who are black are defrauding folks, Americans, Somali Americans. Why is it that suddenly all Somali Americans don't deserve to be here because of individuals who committed crimes? Why not this guy? Who Trump just let off scot-free?
We keep saying that we all agree that the fraud story in Minnesota is bad, and yet the topic we're discussing is not the fraud scandal, it's Donald Trump talking about it. This is why he won in 2016, and it's why he won in 2024, because instead of talking about the outrageous situation in which immigrants who were given the greatest privilege on earth, American citizenship, turned around and stole from the American people, we're talking about how Donald Trump talks about that outrage. That is his superpower.
People of all backgrounds steal and defraud.
The mass policing of the American people by immigrants is just utterly unacceptable.
Let me make this point.
When people have been granted
you just said mass policing of the American people by immigrants.
Yes,
there is mass policing of the American people that is happening by Americans every single day. Most of the policing is happening by Americans.
Just an absolute sellout. She is trying to gaslight the other woman into thinking she's crazy for being visibly upset about this. Let me be perfectly clear. America has no shortage of homegrown creeps, weirdos, predators, and criminals. So why would we systematically import into our country millions more creeps, weirdos, scammers, and criminals? The reason people get so angry is because every crime committed by an immigrant, especially one illegally present in the country, is completely avoidable. Every time a foreign semi-truck driver crushes a family because they don't know the road signs, that is avoidable. Every time an illegal alien murders an innocent woman, that is completely avoidable. When an entire diaspora systematically steals $1 billion of taxpayer money meant to help out children, that is completely avoidable. We're done being forced to accept an immigration policy that rejects the most productive immigrants because they coincidentally turn out to be from white and Asian countries. Because, oh man, that's racist. So instead, we're forced to accept the importation of millions of third world people who are unproductive, uncivilized, and unintegratable in the name of diversity. America didn't become great because we arbitrarily accepted all kinds of backward cultures into our country. It worked because we allowed people from backwards countries to leave that shit at the door. Embrace our culture, our way of life, our values, become American, learn our language, work hard, build a life for yourself, and help contribute to make this.
Exactly. So now watch this, guys. Okay, so I'm gonna start breaking things down for you here. These are all the trending news things that's happening in America right now. Okay, so we're gonna start from all the way here. We're gonna work our way up, and you're gonna see this is pretty bad. Okay, this is the reaction for today, chat. So I gotta go all the way down here, and we're gonna talk about a little bit of everything here, chat. Watch the Somalian thing right here. Watch.
You know, I'm at the point where it's become really hard to have an intellectual debate with any of these people because the level of stupidity that they are displaying every single day is frankly embarrassing, not just in Congress, but as Americans. And the fact that these people are allowed to say just the most ridiculous things tells you that the dumbing of the United States has arrived, because how else do we get Trump president?
All right, so there you go. Assaulting us. And listen, again, I don't belong to no political agenda, guys. But it's like you guys are insulting us, the American people that believe in America first. Yes, it's grateful that you guys can come here and chill, whatever. But to go to somebody's house with your dirty feet full of mud and go down the person's white rug living room and just take your shoes off, doing all the most negative things, and nothing's going to happen to you. You're not going to get yelled at because if they say anything, it's racist. That's the new word. And you know what's crazy about this racist thing? I'm trying to find the video of the lady saying this. And she's 110% truth. It's coming up, guys. I got you guys right now. And
I felt so proud to be an American. I don't remember the last time I felt so proud to be an American.
Hold on. Hold on, Chad. You're gonna love this video. You're gonna why I did this one?
Is undoubtedly an what you're about to hear is undoubtedly.
Hold on. Yo, did I forget? All right.
Crew called Feeding Our Future was able to still. So apparently the Somali.
Hold on. Where the fuck is that? Oh, is it this one?
Friggin' shocked I am.
No. She said the truth. Damn, bro.
80,000 Somalis sent to Minnesota. 70,000, 80,000 Somalis sent to Minnesota so they could vote in Ilhan Omar. That's how it was set up. Yep. Do you know that they are inbred so much that their IQ is between 60 and 80? If y'all don't get y'all fraudulent, scamming, cross-eyed, big four-headed, incestual asses up out of here. We know you married your brother. Take y'all illegal scamming asses on. Get out. I'm on my way to Minnesota. I'm on my way to ask you questions. You didn't want to say nothing to the white boy that was asking. You wanted to threaten the white boy, but I bet you won't threaten me. I bet you won't tell me to get the fuck on. I bet I won't. Let's go to Minnesota. Let me call my brother and my best friend, and let's start a TV show. Let's go around to all these damn places and figure out what the fuck is going on. I'm already in Dearborn. Let's start there first. Those motherfuckers need to go to.
This wild chat. Watch. There's mad videos, man. I think I talked about this one. All right, so hold on, guys. I'll play it right now. You guys are gonna be soup when I show you this. And remember, guys, I'm on X, so I apologize if anything pops up.
How disappointed I am in we the people that we allow this to fall so easily. Having 38 years ago, because I bought into it, yes, I wanted to come here. 38 years later, after being here and realizing how it's more fast, it's more smokes and mirrors, I am ready to leave. I can't financially leave right now, but the first opportunity financially that I can get, I am leaving. And I'm leaving on principle because I feel that if I, as an immigrant, remain in a fascist country.
This is not fascist. You got to go back home. Sorry. Is this it?
Hands, whatever. My name is Amanda. I've tried to record this like 7 times and it's just not working, so I'm just gonna.
Hold on, guys. I'm trying to find the video, man.
How friggin' shocked I am that so few people know about the shutdown in Italy.
Oh, yeah,
I am
they
blown.
shut down the government in Italy. This shit's crazy over there.
Sorry to say this, I'm not trying to be racist, but they hate black people. These are.
Damn, bro, where the hell's that video at, man?
Our Future was able to steal $250 million just by threats. So apparently the Somali crew called Feeding Our Future was able to steal $250 million just by threatening Minnesota officials that they were going to call them racist if they didn't keep the cash flowing. And it worked?
You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and tell you what it is. America has turned into a bunch of PUSSYs. You mean to tell me you let these people extort you for $250 million in 1 year because they threatened to call you a bunch of names? Are you for real? Whatever happened to sticks and stones may break my bones, but names, whatever. Listen, let me tell you something. You so busy trying not to be the bad guy. You don't want to be the villain so bad that the pendulum has stretched and swung too far to the other side. And that is the problem. That's the problem. You don't went from, well, you know, this is the land of the free and then people can come and get the American dream, to the American people are paying taxes, so we have to pay for everything, including our own thoughts. And you let these people come in here and tell you what you gonna do, or they're gonna tattletale on you. Man, y'all tripping. You better get your head out your ass, America. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Listen, this is what it is. If you don't like it here, if America is racist, if America is all these different things, you are more than welcome to go back to either where you came from, or you can go back, or you can go to another country that you think is gonna treat you better. It's not a big deal. Get the fuck out. You don't have to stay here, whore. What the hell is we doing over here? So you mean to tell me we got veterans on the street living homeless? What is beeping on this thing here? We got veterans on the street living homeless, but you're going to give $250 million to a bunch of people that are not supposed to be here? Man, we got to get this shit straightened out, and we got to do it right away. I'm sick of this shit.
Crazy, chat. Let me know in the comments. See you in the next video.